Get ready for the weekly Serenade starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's my girl. QST, QST, QST. Calling all amateurs to the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Nat right here on the W8WKY repeater 147 Mark 390 positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We meet here every Tuesday night, have a few laughs, play some trivia, get caught up with each other. This is a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control this evening is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf KD8SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo. Just Nick. Sorry about that. For the duration of this net, I'll be using the call sign W8WKY. This is a link system. I'm on an Allstar Node, so please, when you key up for a couple of seconds before you start talking. Hang on for a second or so after you're done. I do want to hear everything you have to say. When checking in, please give your call sign, phonetically, alphanumerically, your name and location. That's about it for all of that fun stuff. I got a couple of announcements before we get started tonight, and Gary's going to have trivia for us. That's wonderful. AHCS. Hope you're out there, Gary. We got a meeting Thursday night. Same bat time, same bat place, over at the Eagles Area Lodge at 7 o'clock. Some of us meet. All are welcome. Field day t-shirts are in. I've got them all assigned and labeled. Hopefully they're correct. We'll find out on Thursday night. So if you order a t-shirt, be there. Speaking of field day, we have, I think, 10 sleeps. No, 11 sleeps. 11 sleeps until field day. 10 sleeps until field day. I'll work it out later. Josh has 8 sleeps till field day on his stuff for Thursday, so we'll go with 10 tonight. Math is eluding me. That's about all I got for announcements, guys. Hope to see a bunch of you at the meeting. Are there any other announcements for the good of the cause before I get this thing started? Please call now.
Whiskey 8, Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, W8HRF, Josh in Akron.
Oh, man, I knew you were going to be out there. Tell us about signing up for some slots, Josh. W8HRF, W8WKY, go.
Thank you, Nick. KD8SLG, W8HRF, good to hear you, sir. Go to the W8WKY.org website, and the first post, Betty really wants to say hi. All right, here you go.
Hi.
All right, there you go. Anyways, sign up. It's the first post on the website. Don't be bashful. Don't be bashful. We need operators. It's going to be a fun time. And if you're a little mic shy, field day is a perfect time to get over that. There are plenty of people around you to support you if you need anything. And anyways, so that's enough of that. Nick, I've lost count of the number of days. I'm sorry, too. The main thing I wanted to say was I wanted to let everybody know the MFED half-wave is tuned and ready to rock and roll for field day, our third antenna, and wanted to thank Mark, K4OG, and Dave, NT8D, for the help with that this evening. So appreciate you guys, and wanted to give you a shout-out. So looking forward to seeing everybody at the club meeting this week, and field day after that. Back to you, Nick. KD8SLG, W8HRF.
W8HRF, W8WKY. I figured you were out there. I wanted to throw that in, so I didn't double up on you. Good deal, man. Thank you. All right, that's good enough for announcements tonight. Before I start taking in and out check-ins, which is the first thing I'll do, I'll take a couple rounds in and outs, then we'll take a couple rounds for those who want to stick around and play trivia. Then we'll get the question from Gary. But first, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. finally, the perfect time for my node to ID. How about that? If there is any emergency traffic during the net, just say break, break, or get my attention somehow. We'll slow things down enough to see if we can help you out. Thank you. All right, let's do some in and out check-ins. This is W8WKY taking in and out check-ins for the club net. I'm listening. Go.
8 Sherpa Toaster, Martin and Watford, in and out.
Kilo, Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8 TLB, Randy and Rittman. I'll be in and out, 73, God bless.
KE8, Charlie Tango Mike, Gary at Portage Lake, and I'll be in and out.
In and out.
Kilo Foxtrot 6, Purity of Essence, in and out.
KE8 VOX Scott, in and out.
All right, let me step in here over whoever's just keying up, and we're getting nothing. I'll tell you who I got so far. I missed somebody. K8SFS, Mark, got you in there. Thanks, Mark South. K8TLB, Randy, have a good night. Thanks, man. W8HRF, got you in and out. Thanks for stopping by and giving us that announcement. Josh, W8CTM, I got you. Carrie, you buried someone. We're going to find out who that is in just a second. KF6POE, a Purity of Essence. Christian, thanks for stopping by. And K8BOX, Scott, good hearing you. Who did I miss there underneath Carrie? Please come back now.
Kilo 8, Oscar, Tango, Kilo Mike in New Middletown.
Kilo Bravo 8, Victor Hotel Mike, KB8 VHM, Tom and Green, in and out.
Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, WA8 KOC, Fred in Akron, in and out. Folks, have a great net. 7-3.
W8WKY.
All right, let me grab it there for a second, guys. I wasn't ready for you. I got KD8OTQ. Scott, you were the missing soul there. I got you in there. WAAKOC, I got you. Fred, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the morning. BHM, I missed your prefix. It just glitched right there at the right time. Can you please come back with your call sign phonetically for me?
Kilo Bravo 8, Victor Hotel Mike, KB8 VHM.
VHM, I got you that time. Thank you, sir. All right, who else is out there? In and outs. In and outs only now, please. In and outs. This is the last round of in and outs. This is your chance. Get in here. KD8. Oh, there's a nickel for John and Lori. W8WKY, I'm listening.
8, Oscar, Tango, Kilo Mike in New Middletown.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Delta X-Ray X-Ray. This is KF8 DXX Adam from the Magic City. In and out.
Kilo Charlie 8, Yankee Kilo Papa, Brian, Shelby, Ohio, in and out.
All right, we got K8OTQ in there. K8DXX, that's a cool, KF8DXX, that's a cool call sign, Adam. I think that's been mentioned before. And KC8YKP, Brian down in Shelby. Thanks for stopping by again, Brian. Good talking to you, man. All right, let's take some regular check-ins right now. I told Dustin he'd be at the top of the list, but he's the only special one tonight. So Dustin's in there to start us off with. Who else is sticking around to play trivia tonight? This is WKY. I'm listening.
Kilo Alpha 8 Lima Yankee Juliet KA8 LYJ Bob in the Magic City.
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf K4OG behind Bob.
Kilo
Here
Foxtrot
is
8 Delta Tango
Undoubled.
Papa KF8 DGP Lori Maslin.
Kilo Echo 8 Echo Hotel Golf KE8 EHG Mike in Navarre.
Please copy Kilo Echo 8 Uniform India Bravo KE8 UIB John Maslin.
W8WKY, this is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Quebec X-Ray KE8 VQX Joe in Akron.
This is WO3X Whiskey Oscar 3 X-Ray John in Cuyahoga Falls.
DR Harry and Wadsworth, and would you also check in KE8 GG KF8 GGC, please, Nick? Thank you.
Whiskey 2 Juliet Lima Sierra.
Alright, I just keyed up with John, I think, W2JLS. Am I talking over someone else now?
Roger. You caught me and then somebody else. Alright. Let me tell you who I got here, and then we'll figure out if I missed anybody in there. Here we go. KD8EBC's at the top of the list. K8LYJ Bob, you're in there. AB8MO Andy, got you in there, Andy, early. KF8ELA Zach, I took the liberties. K4OG Mark, I got you on the list. KF8DTP and KE8UIB Lori and John, I stuck you guys together. And you're in there with KE8EHG Mike from Navarre. Good to hear you tonight, Mike. K8VQX Joe's in there. WO3X John, I got you. K8CZR Harry and KF8GGC Marianne. Good to hear you both tonight. Thank you. And W2JLS, I got you in at the end. I'm going to add Eric, KE8VZA, who I just saw. I missed somebody out there. Who was it? Whoever it was I missed, please come back now. It's WWQY. I'm listening.
Bravo 8 Oscar Tango Kilo Mike in New Middletown.
Alpha 8 Charlie Tango Craig in Shreve.
Alright, we got A8CT Craig there. Mike, KB8OTK. I typed you in earlier wrong in the in and outs. Do you still want to be in and out tonight?
Yeah, and I guess I'm not getting in there too good. So, yep, just check me in and out, please, but I'll be listening. Thank you.
Your signal is fine. I'm the one having problems tonight. I'm going to keep you on the list. We'll call you later, Mike. Stick around. All right, we got Craig in there, like I said. All right, one more chance to get in here before I throw it to Gary for tonight's question. This is WWKY. I'm listening.
sounds like we got everybody in here. Let's get the party started. A8CS, this is W8WKY. What do you got for us tonight, Gary? Have at it.
All right, and good evening, Sarah and friends. Before we get started with trivia question, I do want to thank Ron, KB8LNK, and his fabulous committee, Mark, K4OG, and Nick, KD8SLG, came over this past, I think it was Saturday, and we had an antenna party. They helped me get my antennas back up in the air, and thank you all. And also, I wanted you to know that the antennas work. Yeah, they do. So that's a good thing. And W2JLS, John, good to hear you this morning, or today. I am doing the trivia question in your honor, as a matter of fact. Let me grab a quick nickel and we'll get right to you. Just give me a second here. All right. About that, I had a little issue I had to take care of here. All right. For the past 2 weeks, we've explored the life and accomplishments of Hugo Gernsback. We learned that he helped introduce one of the first home radio sets to hobbyists back in 1905. And we discovered that before the term science fiction became popular, Gernsback referred to the genre as scientification. Say that 3 times real fast. Yeah. Anyway, what many people don't realize, and we've tried to emphasize this, is that Gernsback's influence extended far beyond publishing. Through his magazines and advocacy, he helped foster a growing community of experimenters who were fascinated by the new technology of wireless communication. Tonight's question takes us a little deeper into that world and perhaps a little closer to our own amateur radio roots. So tonight's question, here you go. Hugo Gernsback frequently used what term to describe the hobbyists and experimenters who would eventually become known as amateur radio operators? Let me grab a quick nickel and keep your hands off of it, UIB.
W8WKY.
Okay, the question again is, Hugo Gernsback frequently used what term to describe the hobbyists and experimenters who would eventually become known as amateur radio operators? And here are your distractors. Alpha, etheric operators. Baker, wireless amateurs. Charlie, spark experimenters. And Delta, radio hobbyists. I'll repeat those. Alpha, etheric operators. Baker, wireless amateurs. Charlie, spark experimenters. Delta, radio hobbyists. Back to net. This is AA8CS.
AA8CS, this is W8WKY. Thank you, Gary. I've got the answers down as Alpha, etheric operators, Bravo, wireless amateurs, C, spark experimenters, or Delta, radio hobbyists. Is that correct?
Roger, Roger. I'll actually put it on the green screen. I'm colorblind. Yeah, I'll put it up on the blue screen there. Back to net, AA8CS.
Awesome, awesome, Gary. Thanks. It's fun pulling on this Hugo Gernsback thread. All right, let's get our first victim in here. He has to be near the top of the list, and I made it happen. KD8EPC, my partner in crime. This is W8WKY. How you doing tonight, Dustin? And what's your answer to the trivia question?
All right,
right, W8WKY and the Sarah Club Net. Well, good evening, Nick. Let me start with trivia here before I forget. I have no clue, so let's just go with Bravo and see what happens there. Otherwise, all is well in the world. Hiked about 7 miles this afternoon because the weather was nice and I was having time. So kind of tired from that, just kind of kicking back, relaxing. Might watch a little bit of TV here, but I think that's about it for the evening. I did want to remind everybody to come join us tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. our time. That's 12 o'clock Tulsa time for the Boredom Breaker Net. And then again, at 10 o'clock Eastern, that's 9 o'clock Tulsa time, for the Beacon Net. We start the pre-show half an hour early. It's a good time, and we always have a couple of trivia questions. So me and Nick will be there. If you're not getting enough of us tonight and tomorrow afternoon, be there or be square. So that's all I've got for you, Nick. Thanks for doing it. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'm going to let you go before my radio time's out. This is KD8EPC, back to Net Control 73.
You got all that in under a minute, Dustin. I got you down for Bravo tonight. I got 0.7 miles in today. Me and the dog went out for a short one earlier. But 7 miles, man, good deal. Thanks, Dustin. I will see you tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. We're clear with KD8EPC. This is W8WKY. Next up, we've got KA8LYJ Bob. How you doing tonight? And what's your answer to the trivia question?
W8WKY. This is KA8LYJ. Good evening, Nick. Good evening, group. It was a busy day today. Had a bunch of errands. Spent a couple hours of it trying to get my friend's TV back up and running. He's in a nursing home, and suddenly the YouTube TV app that I'm paying for wouldn't load anything beyond the home screen. It just got stuck on the loading. We ended up having to do a complete factory reset on the television. That was a great deal of fun. I mean, I like streaming and the modern electronic age and everything. I am a naturalized digital citizen, but man, sometimes you do miss analog. It was a lot simpler back then. As far as trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha. I do not know the answer. I have no idea about the answer, but I just like the sound of etheric operator. Let me get that put on a QSL card. This is KA8LYJ.
KA8LYJ, WWKY. Got you down for Alpha tonight, Bob. And I, too, am an analog man living in a digital world. Long gone are the days when percussive maintenance would fix things. Thanks, Bob. We'll talk to you later on. Going to clear with KA8LYJ. You're listening to the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Net here on the WWKY repeater. Next up, we've got Andy, 88MO, WWKY. How are you, Andy? What do you got for us tonight? What do you have for an answer for trivia?
This is AB8MO coming to you on 015. I was talking with Pete, KF80OG, and he reminded me that I hadn't reset the Raspberry Pi on the repeater in a while. For whatever reason, after about a week, it stops, DTMF command stopped working, and usually a Pi reset will get it working. So did that, and he sent the commands, and voila, we're connected. So maybe Pete will check in here, provided we don't run out of time. I'm going to have to disconnect the repeater here in about 9:15, because there's a local net that comes on. So, but for now, we're connected on 015. So, let's see. Hugo Garmsek. Yeah, I was talking with Pete when Gary read the trivia question, so I missed it. I don't know. We'll go 8 for Andy. I have absolutely no idea. So, That's all I got from here. A whole lot of nothing to say. Had a couple rumbles of thunder, but no rain. So I don't know if it's supposed to rain. I thought it's supposed to rain tonight. We'll find out. Thanks for picking up the net. I don't know when the next time I'll be able to get in here for the club net. I'm usually busy away from home on Tuesday nights, but tonight was one of the rare opportunities I was actually at home. What's your call sign? WWKY. This is AB8MO. Everybody have a good evening.
AB8MO, W8WKY. I know you're usually doing something else on Tuesday night, so thanks for stopping by and being here tonight. And if you don't want to reset the entire pie, if you can get into the backside of operations there, my guess is asterisk is what needs restarted. Asterisk. That's what controls the DTMF tones and things. And that's what usually crashes and makes it so people can't connect. Look for asterisk back there. Starts with an A, like your answer for trivia tonight. Thanks, Andy. It's good talking to you. We're going to clear with AB8MO. Let's go to Zach down in Dalton. KF8ELA. WWKY. How are you tonight, Zach? What's your answer to the trivia?
W8WKY. Good evening, Nick, and everyone on the net. This is KF8ELA. Thanks for grabbing me off the blue screen there, Nick. I'm actually joining from hot and sunny Florida this evening. Hopefully my node is treating me better than this morning. We were out on our walk, and must have been a little further away than I thought. But anyway, we've been enjoying lots of beach time and having fun poolside in the afternoons, and we're planning to change it up tomorrow, go activate a park, and do some bird watching and have a little fun with it. So anyway, for trivia, I'm going to answer D Delta, and that's all I have for this evening. So with that, I will send it back to net. This is KF8ELA.
W8WKY.
KF8ELA. WWKY checking in from far away. Thanks, man. Your node's working great tonight. My experience has been I can get out, I can listen for about 1.2, 1.3 miles, provided it's really flat terrain and no other obstacles. As far as transmitting back, maybe half a mile, if that. So that's been my experience with nodes. Thanks for checking in from afar. You have fun doing everything you're going to do. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to clear with KF8ELA. Let's go to my buddy Mark, the original gangster. He's out tuning antennas for us tonight. K4OG, W8WKY. How are you, Mark? And what's your answer to the trivia question tonight?
KWKY, K4OG. Hey, just Nick, I'm doing great. I got to tell you again, this is the best club ever, man. I mean, this morning y'all got me through the morning on the barometer net when two guys came on talking about their node not being connected to the barometer net, yet it was, and Fred just going on. And anyway, that tickled my funny bone listening to that. Got me through the morning. Then I got to see Josh this evening and got to help him tune the infed half wave. That was another blast. And so it's just been a real nice day. And like I say, best club ever. The answer to Gary's trivia question, and I still don't know who the heck this Hugo Gernsback is. Haven't read a thing about him, but my answer's going to be Delta. We're going to go with Delta tonight. K4OG, back to net. Good evening, everyone.
K4OG, W8WKY. Mark, thanks for everything you do, man. And everybody check your email. He put up a bunch of, he put up the meeting notes from last month's meeting, which was the fox hunt. So go check out the photos and commentary from K4OG there. It's quite fabulous, and thanks for that, Mark. And now we don't have to do that during the club meeting, so we have enough time to talk about field day. Got you down for Delta? Thanks again, Mark. K4OG, W8WKY. Let's go down and talk to Maslin. KF8DTP, you're up first, Lori. This is W8WKY. What do you got for us tonight, and what's your answer to the trivia question?
W8WKY from KF8DTP. Oh, not much going on here tonight. Just one of them long days at work. My answer tonight is going to be D. I think that's what I'm going to go with because I have no idea what it is. Not a clue. Yeah, with that, I'm going to hand it back over to you. This is KF8DTP 730.
KF8DTP, W8WKY. I got you down for Delta tonight, Lori, and thank you very much. But I have to ask you before you run off and hand the mic off to John, are your arms sore from folding and sorting those 6,000 shirts yesterday?
W8WKY. I am beyond exhausted, and I haven't even started on those shirts yet. So if that tells you anything, those are my project for the next 3 days. With that, this is KF8DTP.
All right, Lori. Everyone, I had the privilege and honor of seeing Lori and John at work yesterday when I went to pick up the Field Day T-shirts, and they showed me some of their adventures at work. And I got to tell you, they've got a heck of a drive in the morning for the barometer net. We're going to clear the KF8DTP. This is W8WKY. You're listening to the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Net. Next up, we've got KE8UIB John. Living that $5 dream a nickel at a time. How you doing tonight, my man? And what's your answer to the trivia question?
W8WKY from K8UIB. Good evening, Nick, and everybody out there on the net. And let me see the trivia. We'll knock this off the way first. And my mom and dad, messaging here, but my mom, she's not feeling that good tonight, but she is listening in and stuff, and they're going to go with B, Bravo. I think I'm going to go with A, Alpha, and just see where that ends. I just have a feeling about that, but other than that, I really don't know. Oh, let me see. How am I doing tonight? I'm with Lori. I'm exhausted. We're both kind of exhausted. Monday started off a long day. Today was even a longer day, and yeah, it's like we know there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but man, it's going to be a really, 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 really long tunnel. But on the positive note, here shortly, we'll be sound asleep, and we will both really be living the $5 dream a nickel at a time. Or at least counting some Z's and replacing some nickels. How about that? But with that, other than that, it's a good evening. I'm here, and I'm playing radio, so it don't get much better than that, that's for sure. So with that, this is K8UIB, and I'll go ahead and hand this back over to Net Control 73. Thanks for running the net. Night, Nick.
All right, John, we're going to get you out of here before it gets dark so you can get some sleep tonight. I got you down, got your folks down for Bravos, and I got you for an Alpha tonight. The T-shirts look fabulous, John. Thank you very much. We're going to clear with KE8UIB. This is W8WKY. Next up, we got Mike down in Navarre. KE8EHG. This is W8WKY. How you doing tonight, Mike? What do you got for the net, and what's your answer to trivia?
Good evening, Nick. Good evening, everyone. Annette, long time no see or talk to, Nick. But I am going to go with Bravo. We're going to try Bravo. Let's see what happens. C just seems too easy. C, whatever. A couple things. I know a few people do attend the Maslin Amateur Radio Club meeting. That would be July 3rd, but there is no meeting. No meeting next month for the Maslin Amateur Radio Club because July 3rd, Maslin is having a big parade, and a bunch of volunteers are helping out with the parade. Lori and John, they helped out Saturday with Impact Maslin, helping out the community. A bunch of hamsters got together and that. You have to check out the Maslin Amateur Radio Club Facebook page. and I got a picture of them walking down there, and I call them the HF net or HF gang. There was a bunch of people walking down, so you gotta watch out for them, those guys there. But they did an awesome job. They're probably still tired from Saturday. I don't know, but yeah, good times, helping out the community. That's what ham radio is all about. Let's say 7 3s. We'll wait for the answer. Thanks for doing the net there tonight, just Nick. And this is KE8 EHG. Back to net.
The ARRL tells me it is the year of the club. Mike, sounds great, you guys doing all that stuff. And John Laurie told me about the impact thing on Saturday when I talked to him yesterday. Fine business. Good deal of helping out with the parade. And thanks for letting us know, because I do go to those meetings sometimes. So there you go. We skipped a meeting last month for Fox Hunt. Got you down for Bravo, man. Thanks for being here, Mike. Good talking to you. We're going to clear with KE8EHG. Next up, we've got Joe. KE8BQX. W8WKY. How are you, Joe? What you been up to? And what's your answer for tonight's trivia question?
W8WKY. This is KE8BQX. Good evening, Nick and everyone on the net. Just got back from a trip last night, so I've got a few days off. Pretty happy about that. As far as the trivia goes, I'll start with that. The answer I would have picked to describe myself was not included, and that is goober. But in lieu of that, I think I'm going to go with A alpha. Just going by what I've learned over the last 2 trivia questions about Gernsback, it sounds like etheric would be a word that he would come up with and use, although I don't know for sure. Anyway, looking forward to the meeting. I get to go this week, so I'll be looking forward to that and picking up my T-shirt. Thanks for getting me in again, Nick, and for running the net. This is K8VQX back to W8WKY.
You ordered a T-shirt? I'm just kidding. I remember seeing your name on the list. All right, Joe, I got you down for G, Goober. Oh, I mean A alpha tonight for etheric. I can't read my own writing. Etheric operators, I think it was. Oh, man. All right, Joe, good hearing you, man. Glad you're in town for the net tonight. We'll catch you next time. We're going to clear with KE8BQX. Next up, we've got John up in Cuyahoga Falls, WO3X. This is W8WKY. John, you had a rough start to the 6-meter net there on Sunday, didn't you? How you doing tonight? And what's your answer to the trivia question?
Yeah, good evening, Nick, and all on the net. This is WO3X, John here in Cuyahoga Falls. Yeah, I had switched to another radio and forgot to press the split button. That's why when I would let off the mic, it didn't sound right, because I was talking through the output frequency of the net, of the repeater. Okay, yeah, so regarding the trivia question, I also am going to go with D Delta. Now, regarding this digital TV stuff, back in first grade, Marcia's birthday was 3 days before mine. And so I was the second oldest kid. And there were 3 classrooms per grade. And so in this classroom, I was the second oldest. Marcia was the oldest. Well, that stayed the same until 6th grade when Ann came in. Her birthday was February 11th. So that made me the 3rd oldest. So then, let's see. So anyhow, so when we moved to Ohio, we bought a new TV, a Sony 32-inch with a CRT. And then when February 17th, 2009 was rolling around in preparation for that, we used the government-issued discount coupon and got 2 of the analog to digital converters. So, because we had a smaller CRT TV in the bedroom, and so that worked out well. But then the big 32-inch Sony started to conk out, so we bought one of those digital TVs. It's a 43-inch, and so it worked very good. Didn't need the converter. I use the converter on the VCR now, and that VCR. One day I thought, let's see, this router has 2 Ethernet ports. One goes to the computer in the basement. It doesn't have Wi-Fi. And so there was one empty Ethernet port. I plugged the Ethernet cable into that and plugged the other end into the TV. Okay, so before that we had 99 channels with each channel number had like more than one channel. Like 8 was 8.1 to 8.4, for example. Anyhow, so we now with this Ethernet cable plugged in, we have over 200 channels and channel basic numbers with decimals. So that worked out well, hooking that Ethernet cable up. Now we can tell which ones are on the Ethernet because their channel number is orange as opposed to white for the others. So that Ethernet stuff and all that's working out great for this. Antenna TV is what we're using. It's an antenna, no cable or anything. With that, WO3X back to the net.
WO3X, WWA, a whole lot to unpack there, John. But it sounds like you're making the best of some old electronics there. And I know I had a Sony Trinitron. It was a bigger one. It just refused to die. I think the last time I moved it out of someplace, I rolled it down the steps hoping that it would break. It didn't. Got you down for Delta tonight, John. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you next time. We're going to clear WO3X. This is the W8WKY repeater. This is Sarah Clubnet, Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. I am W8WKY tonight, and next up we've got Harry, KE8ZZR. How you doing tonight, Harry? What's your answer to the trivia question?
W8WKY, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Nick, and everybody else that's on the net. Let's get the trivia out of the way. I'm just going to go with D Delta there. I don't have a clue, and D was probably too easy, and I'll probably regret it, but that's what I'm going with, so that's my answer. Kind of had a relaxing day today. Went down to the Worcester group, the Wayne Aries group, and had lunch at Arby's, and had a nice visit with everybody, and then came home and did some things around the house. Just got back from camping yesterday, so putting things away from that. So other than that, that's all I got. Looking forward to the meeting on Thursday and looking forward to field day. And as Josh said earlier, sign up. Information's on the website there. We need to get people signed up for operators and stuff. So, and if you're new, don't be afraid. So Nick, I'll turn it back to you. This is KE8ZZR, and we'll talk to you later.
KE8ZZR, WWKY. Harry, I got you down for Delta. I think that's what you said. My phone dinged at the same time. So you're going to have to come back and confirm that. But I wanted to thank you here on the ClubNet for everything you've done so far for Field Day and everything you're going to be doing for Field Day. So there. Thank you very much. Just to confirm, we had you for Delta, right?
Yeah, Delta. D Delta.
Thank you, Harry. Got you down for Delta. All right, why don't you hand the microphone over to your better half. Marianne, KF8 DGC, this is WKY. How are you tonight, Marianne? Good to hear you on the radio. What's your answer to trivia, and what do you want to share with us tonight?
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Golf Charlie, KF8 GGC. Hi, Nick, and the rest of the net. What did I do today? Domestic duties, laundry, cleaning, dusting, vacuuming. But then I got to go outside and play fetch with the dog for twice, so we had a good day after all. And I'm looking forward to Field Day next week. The answer for my trivia is going to be B, Bravo.
KF8GGC WKY. I got you down for Bravo tonight. Sounds like you had a good day. It's always fun to go out and play with the dogs, and you've got to keep up with the domestic duties, I know. That I know. And I, too, am looking forward to Field Day. 11 sleeps. 11 sleeps away. Thanks, Marianne. Looking forward to seeing you operating on Field Day. You got some slots signed up for, I see. Thank you. We're going to clear with KF8GGC. Have a good night, Marianne. And let's go talk to my brother from another mother, W2JLS. This is WKY. How are you tonight, John? What's your answer to trivia about Hugo? And what's going on with you?
W8WKY.
Whiskey 8, Whiskey Kilo Yankee. My brother from another mother, KG8SLJ. Yeah, let's see. I'll start with the trivia question. I'm going to go with the choice that includes the word wireless, and I don't remember what letter or how the rest of that went. So I'm going to throw that out there. And then I will say I have been very radio active lately. I did cross something off of my Get It Done list, and I've been enjoying FT8. I added in faculties for that to the 991 Alpha. I know you've explored that space. I will say the settings were a bit of a struggle initially. Most of them were handled radio side. There were some software side stuff, but most of it was all that, the infamous Yaesu menu stream. I had some data settings to get straight. Anyone that's done FT8 probably knows those kind of struggles, but yeah, it was successful to get things lined up, and I used as an excuse to do all of that. Some of you may be participating in the Lewis and Clark event, the special event. Jumping in on that for the first time ever this year. I've got 6 of 16 logged in, but I do see there are an awful lot of FT8 opportunities there. Although I have to confess, while I have had some successful QSOs with FT8, none of them are tied to Lewis and Clark, so there's that. And don't even get me into last night's Echo and the Bunnyman disaster out at Hobb. Yeah, I'll save that for another time. W2JLS passing it back. Good evening on your ears, one and all.
W2JLS, WKY. Got you down for Bravo, John. And, oh man, there was something in there. You're going to have to tell me about Echo and the Bunnyman. That sounds like a fun story. And FT8, yeah, it's always fun to watch paint dry. 991A with it, yeah, it took me a little while to get everything set correctly. I'm not going to admit how long it took me, but yeah, some of it was just hunt and peck and try this, try that until it worked. PSK reporter to see how your antenna's working, though. That's fun. That's the fun part of FT8, I think. You got that checked off your list, John? That's fine business, man. Good luck on the Lewis and Clark thing. We got Gary's antennas up so that he can chase the 13 colonies. I think that's coming up shortly. Thanks, John. We'll talk to you later on. I'll be sure to link up the astronomy net when we're done here tonight. We're going to clear with W2JLS. This is W8WKY, Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Net. I am W8WKY tonight. Next up, we got Eric, KE8VZA. I bet he's done with the 10-meter net by now. Eric, how you doing, and what's your answer to the trivia question tonight?
W8WKY in the net, KE8VZA here, doing well, Nick. Hope everyone else is too. It's good to hear everyone. My answer for trivia, I'm going to go with alpha. Like the sound of it. So that's exactly what logic I used to choose it. So alpha. 10-meter net, yeah, it was kind of rough tonight. It usually is, but that's the challenge, right? Net control, W8KYZ. I actually could hear him when he was on his vertical, but then toward the end of the net, he decided to try out his long wire, and I lost him. I don't know where he went. He became etheric, maybe. And that was it. The net was over. But sorting through a few boxes of stuff here as the great purge continues, and some days it seems like it'll never end, but we're starting to see empty space in the house, so that's a good sign. Found homes for my winter tires from Mando and for my big snowblower. Still need to find homes for a small snowblower, rototiller, and a few other things. So if you're looking for something, let me know. I plan to come to the meeting this Thursday because I ordered a T-shirt. Really cool T-shirt. I love the design. And I forgot the call sign of the designer, but kudos. And we do have a TV antenna that we use, even though we have other services, but the dog likes a lot of those antenna TV channels. And Norris Portable Day, I forgot to mention that went very well, thanks to Frank Roman, KC8BKA, and he did some demos and some explanation of different antenna types, and built a dipole. He even built a 2-meter dipole. That was interesting. But anyway, I'm rambling on, and that's it. Great net. Great trivia question. And back to you, Nick, KE8VZA.
We're going to miss you, Eric. You better take some of that money from tires and things and get yourself a Node. So there, I know you're planning on one. I got you down for alpha tonight, Eric. Sorry it was noisy for the 10-meter net, but like you said, you were expecting that. Good talking to you, man. We'll talk to you tomorrow night, I betcha. Going to clear with KE8VZA. Let's see if I got Mike to stick around. KB8OTK. This is WKY. You still out there, Mike? All right, nothing heard there. He was in and out earlier, and I kind of dragged him down here when I figured out his right call sign. Still out there, Mike. Thanks for stopping by, KB8OTK. Let's go to Craig and Shreve, see what's going on. AA8CT, this is WKY. How you doing tonight, Craig? What do you got for us, and what's your answer to trivia?
W8WKY. Good evening, Nick. And my answer for the trivia question, because I have no idea, is the first letter of my name, so I will go with C. How about that? Today was good. Did some spinning this morning, had a bunch of errands to run, and the day went by very quickly. So with that, I say good evening to all of the Serenetizens, and may the rest of the week bless you with many good things, and just make sure you try to do your best. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to W8WKY, and thank you, Gary, for the trivia question, even though I have no idea what the answer is. Definitely a head-scratcher. This is AA, and I will be out. Thank you, gentlemen.
WDWKY. I got you down for Charlie tonight, Craig. And you have a blessed rest of the week, too. I hope to see you Thursday night at the meeting. Thanks for being here. We're clear with AA8CT. All right, I've got KC8FQV on the list. I saw him sneak in during the net. That's where we'll start when we break it back up. But first, let's see if anybody else is out there to answer the trivia question before we shut this puppy down. Mark, stand by. I'm going to see if anybody else is out there who wants to get on the list. This is WWKY. I'm listening.
KFAFIT, Bob in Uniontown, in and out.
All right, that was a very long pause I left. And we got somebody there. KF8FIT Bob. I got you in and out. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's go to Mark. KC8FQV. It's a net now, Mark. How you doing tonight, buddy? Did you see the trivia question in the blue screen, or did you hear it? And what's your answer? What else you got for us tonight? KC8FQV, W8WKY.
All right, Nick, KCFQV. Yep, I seen it. I want to say Bravo, because there ain't been many people saying Bravo, or no one said Bravo, so I'm going to start out with the bees now, because we got all kinds of bees tomorrow in nets. Yeah, we got the parameter net, we got the boredom breaker net, and we got the beacon net tomorrow night. So I'm going to start out with a bee for now. Yeah, I went to the dentist today. They cleaned and scrubbed them up. And that, so, we gotta go on from there. Yeah, I took a walk through some of the, two of the shopping centers. The old Streetsboro shopping center. The one that was there when Streetsboro was, not much of a city. Now Streetsboro is a big city. And they got another couple, I walked through two of them. Since I was down there, I went to shopping at a couple of places. And then we came home after that. Yeah, it rained a little bit here. A couple of good downpours at that one place, and it really came down hard for a minute or two, and that was it. It's like some fire drops they do, I think. And then that was it. So send it back to net control, Nick, KCFQV, but bravo, Nick.
Bravo. They love me. Bravissimo. I got you down for Bravo, Mark. Yeah, lots of Bravo tomorrow. Barometer net, boredom breaker net, beacon net. Monday nights we got the Ballo net, and golly, I sure do miss the bandana net. That was one of my favorites. Got you down for Bravo, Mark. Thanks for being here, man. Good to hear you today. We're going to clear with KC8FQV. Let's go up to Gary and get the answer to this question. We're all waiting with bated breath on the edge of our seats. Hugo Gernsbach. AA8CS, this is W8WKY. What do you got for us tonight, Gary? And then tell us about the trivia question. I went with C, by the way. Charlie. Go, Gary.
All right, Nick, and everybody who hung around for the trivia question, thank you for doing that. Hopefully you had as much fun with it as I did. The guy's really interesting, and like I said last week, we could do about 17 trivia questions for him, or about him, I should say. Anyway, tonight's question was, Hugo Gernsbach frequently used what term to describe the hobbyists and experimenters who would eventually become known as amateur radio operators? I think Alpha, I said etheric or etheric. I wanted to make sure people understood that it was ether involved with that. And although etheric's probably the correct way to pronounce that, I'm thinking etheric sounds more like something you get off of a toilet seat or something like that. But anyway, we had the choices were etheric or etheric operators. Wireless operators was Beta or Baker. Charlie was Spark experimenters, and Delta was radio hobbyists. The correct answer is B, Bravo, wireless amateurs. Let me grab a quick nickel. Etheric or etheric operators is incorrect. While the term does sound period correct, it was never commonly associated with Gernsback's publications or the early amateur radio movement. Wireless amateurs is correct. Before the word radio became commonplace, remember in 1902, he put on the market the first radio kit that people or experimenters could actually put together. But before radio became commonplace, wireless communication was often referred to simply as wireless. Gernsback frequently used the term wireless amateurs when writing about the growing community of experimenters and operators who would later become today's amateur radio operators. Spark experimenters, incorrect. Many early stations did use spark gap transmitters, but this was never a broad term Gernsback used for the hobby. And finally, radio hobbyists is technically descriptive, but this terminology was not commonly used during the earliest days of wireless communications. Let me grab another nickel, please. Hugo Gernsback, just an added tidbit here. Hugo Gernsback recognized early on that wireless technology would become more than a scientific curiosity. Through magazines such as Modern Electrics and later Radio News, he encouraged readers to experiment, build equipment, and communicate over the air. His publications helped to create a nationwide community of technically minded enthusiasts long before amateur radio became the organized service we know today. Many historians credit Gernsback with helping transform wireless experimentation from an isolated activity into a widespread hobby. In that sense, every amateur radio operator today, that would be us, can trace a small part of the hobby's heritage back to the community Hugo Gernsback helped build. And there you have it. Again, hope you guys had fun with it. That's the trilogy. Equipment, imagination, and people, week 1, 2, and 3. Back to net. This is AA8CS. 73, everybody.
AA8CS, this is W8WKY. We got Bravo, wireless amateurs, the answer tonight. Thank you very much, Gary. Do appreciate it. These have been fun. We may have to keep pulling on that thread for a while. Thanks again, Gary. Looking forward to seeing you Thursday as well. We're going to clear with AA8CS. Gary, thanks for the trivia question. Thanks for being here. That's pretty much the end of the net. I'm going to make one last call, see if anybody's out there just wants to get on the log tonight or say hi. Trivia's over, but anybody left out there, this is last call for the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Net. Last call now. I'm listening.
November Tango 8 Delta NTAD Dave Copley.
KB8LNK just walked into the office and heard the net was still on. So, good evening, everyone.
W2JLS recheck.
All right, we picked up a couple there, and we got a recheck from John. Hang on, John. Let's talk to Dave and Ron real quick. NTAD, W8WKY. We missed you tonight, Dave. I know you said something about the net. You were going to be traveling or doing something tonight. So thanks for stopping by. How you doing? How was your day?
Howdy there, or just Nick, everybody on the net, all the listeners, day has been a terrific Tuesday. I think it fits the category. And, glad I got a chance to check in before you guys wrapped it on up. And Mark and Josh got over here. We trimmed up the field day antenna, got that tuned up and ready to go. And just finishing up some dinner and listened to the net while I was out on the back porch. I heard the last call, so I want to kick in and say hello to everybody. We'll listen for you all tomorrow. Thanks for taking the call there, Nick. Everybody have a great one. 73.
Good hearing you tonight, Dave. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi, and thanks for your help with the antenna. Fine business. We're going to go with NT8D. Let's see, Ron's still by a microphone. KB8LNK, WWKY. Looking good in the shop, Ron. How you feeling?
Man, am I sore. I used to work in that hard, I guess. I went to the store and get one of these power strips for all the stuff that I'm going to relocate. The cord was too short, so I thought I'd buy one with a longer cord. Just got back, so missed most of the excitement, but I thought I'd at least pop in and say hello.
Well, you've only moved 12,000 pounds of stuff in the last couple of days, so, why would you be sore? Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Talk to you later, Ron. We're going to clear with KB8LNK. He's a tail gunner tonight, but I got a recheck from my brother from another mother, W2JLS, WWKY. Go, John, before I shut this thing down.
W8WKY.
Well, I need to still call you Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee, KD8 SLJ, because you're still running the net, apparently. And I was just going to say, the Echo and the Bunnyman thing, we can deal with it another time, but let's just say 10 years didn't help. And sound quality out at Hog, I've never heard it worse. It was really not good. I've never had to these are like in my top 3 bands, and I had my son with me, and we left well before halftime of Echo, which I never would have guessed in a million years that had done that. But anyway, another night for that. And just a peremptory note, because I know a lot of people won't stick around. Valentina Tereshkova, the first woman in space, is still alive. I was kind of surprised to learn that. Anyway, thanks, man, for everything. W2JLS.
Oh, sorry to hear about Echo and the Bunnyman, man. You'll have to tell me all the details later on. We're going to clear with W2JLS. Thanks, John. I'm going to wrap up the net. I'd like to thank everybody who participated tonight. We had 33 check-ins. Not a bad showing for a beautiful summer evening. We'll be back in the morning with the barometer net, dark and early, ungodly hour of 7 a.m. Fred's got the big show tomorrow. We'll see him there. See you tomorrow afternoon on the Boredom Breaker net with me and Dustin. Ray's probably got the second hour, K5CFY. And tomorrow night we got the Beacon net, so don't miss it. Thanks, everybody. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, I'd like to thank everybody who was here. This is W8WKY. I am returning the repeater and the call sign to customary amateur use. It's KD8SLG. I'm clear, everybody, and I'm heading down to the WatchNet.
Next on the list is Ken in Nevada, NV7SS. Good evening, Ken. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
W8WK.
Yeah, good evening, Burnus. NV7SS here in Indian Springs, Nevada, where it's been absolutely beautiful.
Been nice at night, nice and warm. Don't even have to have a sweater on out there, Bernice. But boy, I sure wished I could see that event tomorrow with Venus and the moon. But yeah, darn it, I got a doctor's appointment right at that time, and won't get out of there till probably about 2 o'clock, so it'll all be over. But oh, rats. Anyway, well, I don't know whenever it'll happen again, but I won't be able to see it this time. But anyway, Bernice, thanks a lot for being there. You always do a great job. Always enjoy this net. Take care until next time. This is NV7SS. Back to you, Bernice.
All right, Ken. Well, maybe mention it to the doc that that's occurring and you want to see it. Or, find some friends that'll explore it for you as well. So who knows? You say, hey, Doc, I need to do this first. And if he's interested in astronomy, you never know. You can always try. But, yeah, there should be some good pictures. I need to put it on my... give myself a reminder as well and see what I can do to spot that. I'm going to have to... There are no big buildings around where I'm at, just the houses. I don't know if I'll see it underneath my umbrella in the back, but who knows. We'll see. I'll have to figure out how I can spot that as well. But, yeah... Health comes first. They do occur every now and then, and I'll definitely let you know for sure there, Ken. Appreciate your comments and appreciate you checking in tonight. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Next on the list is Dave up in Evergreen, AM0AS. Good evening to you, Dave. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead. Dave's out there monitoring. Maybe he'll call. I'm going to give another call later on for anybody else with comments at the end of the list. Next on the list is Chad at Highlands Ranch, KF0UUC. Good evening to you, Chad. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Good evening, Bernice. Good evening, Net. KF0UUC. Got my calendar marked for tomorrow at 12:56. Appreciate that. But that's the time it disappears, so I plan to be out a few minutes before that to see the transition. And, I had another comment. I've emailed you, Bernice, a few times over the month. Nothing urgent. Use the email address on your website, which is ki0ar at ki0ar.com. I think that's what you have listed there. But I'm thinking that maybe it's ki0.me.com, if I recall from a few weeks ago. Anyways, I emailed you a few times, nothing urgent, but maybe the email on the website is not correct. I don't know. Back to Net.
All right, Chad, yeah, I can't remember. I try to mark those things if I see them from you guys. I have trouble with my own website with the emails sometimes. Go figure. KI0AR at me.com, which will work. The ARRL.net suffix there, that would get you to the me.com one.
that will work. But yeah, the QRZ email should work for sure. I may have to change some things around. But yeah, I don't think I've seen anything from you there, Chad. Yeah, may want to try again, or try during the net and see if I get it. I'll let you know at the end of the net. Let me see. I'll have to do a quick search. My Comcast email account is all messed up. They changed it to Yahoo, and I hate it. So that's all messed up. But yeah, we just need to get rid of it, and you can stop by anytime and drop off the pics. Yeah, there you go. All right, Chad, I'll look for another email from you just in case. You can send me one. I'll let you know when I see it. But I definitely appreciate your comments. Appreciate you checking in tonight. Next on the list is John in W2JLS. Good evening to you, John. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
I0AR Burness. This is W2JLS. Thanks for having me tonight. Yeah, and thanks for the story about the occultation. I was not aware of that until you mentioned it. I did do some research since you made that announcement. As like the best overall views seem to be further south, particularly like eastern Brazil and northeastern South America, where it'll occur closer to twilight, so you get a better contrast. And certainly for naked eye observing, that might be the way to go. Yeah, and then for the rest of us up here in North America, was reading the best tool for most of us would be binoculars, potentially in a tripod, but be careful about the sun. Obviously, physically block that with a building or a roof line or something. So the telescope would give us a more dramatic view, but in daylight, take care. Don't burn your corneas out and stuff. Anyway, I thought I'd also share a little piece on this night in history of space. Kind of a twist involving some symmetry in the number 63. So 63 because tonight, this evening in astronomy, we go back to June 16th, 1963, which is symmetrically kind of interesting. Exactly 63 years ago tonight, Valentina Tereshkova launched aboard the Vostok 6 and became the first woman in space. When Valentina launched on this day 63 years ago, only 11 humans had reached space before her. I guess there were some that were close to like that little nether region between the upper atmosphere and space, but there were only 11 formally that reached space. They were all guys, including familiar names like Yuri Gagarin, German Titov, Alan Shepard, Gus Grissom, John Glenn, Wally Schirra, and Gordon Cooper. She was number 12 and the first woman. So the story is kind of interesting, I thought. Like this woman was born in 1937 in a village near Yaroslavl, Russia. Her father was a tractor driver. Her mother worked in textiles. And she herself worked in a textile factory as a very young lady. But she also had an unusual passion that changed the course of her life and eventually helped to make her the first woman in space, and that was the hobby of parachuting. So that mattered because in the Vostok program, cosmonauts did not land inside the capsule the way we often picture space landings today, like Artemis, right? You come down, you're in a capsule, the parachutes release, and then you safely plunge into an ocean waiting to be picked up. Well, the way this worked for these folks, after re-entry, they ejected from the spacecraft and came down separately under a parachute as individuals. So her parachuting experience was not just a hobby. It ended up being part of what made her an interesting candidate for spaceflight in Russia to begin with. Because we're having this conversation on the air, in the air, as I like to say, her radio call sign was Chaika, meaning seagull in Russian. So on this date aboard Vostok 6, the Seagull lifted off. She was 26 years old. Okay, Vostok 6 orbited the Earth 48 times in almost 3 days worth of transit. So just imagine, she's sitting there, this young textile worker, amateur parachutist, 26-year-old gal, cosmonaut, alone, circling the Earth every hour and a half. It's just kind of mind-boggling. Definitely, I wouldn't have signed up for that myself. And then the ending was almost as dramatic as the launch. After re-entry, she did not ride the spacecraft all the way to the ground. As I mentioned, she ejected miles above the Earth and came down, free in her, by herself as an individual parachute. After the mission, obviously, she became a symbol of Soviet space achievement, honored as a hero, and international public figure as the first woman to make it into space. Never flew up again, just the one flight, but obviously she made her mark. And this is the thing that really blew my mind when I was doing this research today. Okay, maybe you knew it, maybe you didn't. Valentina Tereshkova is still alive. She was born in 1937, so today she's 89 years old. So I just thought I'd pause and reflect on that life, and still going. I wonder if she's got a ham license. Maybe we could get her, in the air someplace, whether it's on the Colorado Astronomy Net or someplace else. But haven't dug in any deeper on that. Anyway, Bernice, thanks for having me tonight. Wish everybody a good evening on their ears, and I'll pass it back. 73. W2JLS, back to net.
All right, John, I appreciate that. I do enjoy listening to the history, your tidbits that you're pulling up every week, so I'm going to let you keep on doing that. And I think other people appreciate that, too. So appreciate your comments and appreciate you checking in tonight. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Next on the list, John up in Washington, KJ7AGQ over on YouTube. Let's see, checked in, so if you've got any comments over there, I'll pass them along. Let's see, appreciate your checking in tonight via YouTube. KN6FQY, in Tennessee, I see you're checking in over there on YouTube. You couldn't get in on voice. Well, I apologize for that, but I'm glad you found YouTube for us there, and I'll pass. Well, now that I'm talking about it, checked in via YouTube there, Devin. That is a new call on the list, so welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. No, you've checked in before. You've checked in, I do apologize. You have been on here before. Let's see. The sky's pretty nice with Venus and Jupiter and the moon with some Earthshine on it. There you go. Take a look at that, everybody. So thanks for that. And he's saying 73. All right, Devin, we'll check. I got you on the list now, so we'll check with you a little bit if you want to make any further comments. Now, where was I? Doug. let's see, K08TP. Good evening to you, Doug and Parker. What have you got for us tonight? Go ahead.
Good evening, Bernice and the net, and I request a quick signal report. I'm like semi-portable fuel cell.
You're good, Doug. No problems. Maybe just a tad overmodulated, so maybe just a notch down on the mic gain. But that's all. That's the only thing I'd change on your signal there. It's a little staticky, and that usually means it's the gain is cranked up a little more than it should. But that's about it. But you're a solid copy. Go ahead.
Thank you, Bernice, and the net. Always interesting conversation and interesting topics. I'm rearranging the shack, so my 2-meter antenna and my 70-centimeter antennas down. So I'm actually re-rigged my mobile rig to take the feed line into the shack. So my plow truck is now my main antenna shack tonight. But we have not done much amateur astronomy. We have an 8-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain Celestron telescope, and my interest is in digital astronomical photography. I would really like to be able to move forward, but our budget is limited. But so we look at the night sky here, and I can say that we came back after a 2-week trip to Peru. I'd like to reset the repeater. We took a 2-week guided tour of Peru, and I went and saw the Southern Cross for the first time, and it was totally amazing. So the night sky is different, but I'd like to be able to pay more attention to the star charts and figure out what time of year we're in and what's going to be available for sighting both day and night. So that's what's going on in the ATP check. I'll pass it back to Net Control, and thank you very much, Bernice, for letting me check on the net case where we keep it.
Right, Doug, yeah, it's kind of bright around this area, too, so good luck with that. But, yeah, neat that you got to see the Southern Cross down in Peru, for sure. I'd like to get down south one of these years and see that myself. Definitely on the bucket list. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate you checking in tonight, Doug. Next on the list is Ed out in Broomfield, K6RDZ. Good evening to you, Ed. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Good evening, Bernice. Good evening to the net again. Yeah, well, thanks a bunch for running this wonderful net. Do appreciate it. Love the article on the variable X-ray sources, the neutron stars in the supernova ruin. That was a great story. Also, big thanks tonight to John, W2JLS, on Valentina Tereshkova's anniversary of her Vostok 6 mission, I think it was. That was a great story. As far as observationally, I want to thank you for pointing out the conjunction last week at this time. That was great. I got out there, saw that, snapped a little snapshot of it. So that's about it. That's all I have. W6RDZ. Back to you, Bernice.
All right, Ed, appreciate your comments, appreciate you checking in. Glad you got a shot of the conjunction. See if you can get a shot tomorrow of the occultation. Get out there a little early so you can find a very thin crescent moon hovering above, since new moon was just a couple of days ago. So a 3-day-old moon. So it's going to be just a thin crescent out there. Let's see. Wait a second. Let me check. Yeah, it's going to be trailing the sun by a little bit, so it'll be a little tricky to spot. Yeah, we had a new moon on the 18th, so it'll be trailing the sun, so you should be able to see it, towards the southeast, well, a little bit towards the east, I should say towards the east of the sun, by, I'm not sure, 10, 15 degrees, a little bit more than that maybe. But yeah, just be careful. So that's where we're going to have to go around 1 o'clock. Actually, 12:45 would be a good time here in Denver to see if you can find the moon and Venus. In fact, the Venus will be leading the moon, and then it will go behind it. So look for that for sure. All right, your comments. Appreciate you checking in tonight. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Next on the list is Mike down in Oklahoma, KO5AOK over on YouTube. Thanks for checking in tonight, Mike. If you got any comments, yeah, definitely post it over on their YouTube there. Next on the list is Paul in Utah, WA7GBL. Good evening to you, Paul. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Well, you were viewing to the net. Lot report other than a very large hand of G5. We have a fire base. Base accession here at the regional airport. They're real busy. So we're putting up with that, and they're going to put a good on my nights. And it's going across. You than I have. WMG Peters, Utah.
Paul, you were awful broken up. About with your signal there, so we didn't catch much of that. I don't know whether a solid signal, but broken. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I don't know whether it's a location type thing or what's going on, or a battery dropout or something like that. But solid signal, but very broken and mostly unintelligible. You can try again. Go ahead. All right, Paul, unfortunately there was no audio with that. It just sounds like key-ups, so I don't know exactly what's going on. But do appreciate you checking in tonight and your comments. I'm sure they were good. I do appreciate that. But yeah, there's something going on. I will stick around after the net just in case anybody wants to do a radio checks or follow-ups. I'll just be listening while I do my paperwork here. But I do appreciate you checking in tonight, Paul. Next on the list is Fred in Michigan. KF8FSQ. Good evening to you, Fred. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead. Okay, next on the list is Danny Highlands Ranch, KF0WXE. Thanks for checking in tonight, Danny, over on YouTube. If you've got anything else you'd like to post over there, well, definitely pass it along. I'm going to go pretty quick. We got a few more check-ins to go through, and we're close to 9 o'clock. I'll stay on until we get to the bottom of the list, but I'm going to go pretty rapidly here. So hopefully everybody is still on and listening. I do appreciate you hanging around. Next on the list is Mark over in Longmont, K0GLR. Good evening to you, Mark. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead. Next on the list is Ron up in Berthoud, KF0VLO. Good evening to you, Ron. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead. Okay, Randall up in Washington checked out AE7RJ. Appreciate him checking in. Next on the list is Kevin in Tennessee, KY4NB. Good evening to you, Kevin. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Well, good evening, Burness, and everybody on the Colorado Astronomy Net, KY4NB here. Nothing for the net, just been listening, enjoy it. Thank you so much for calling it tonight, Burness. We appreciate it. And I'm outside to let the dog out, and I'm looking at the sky here now. But anyway, it's all good from Memphis. Back to net, KY4NB.
All right, Kevin, enjoy the night sky for sure. I appreciate your comments, appreciate you checking in tonight. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Next on the list is Mike in New York, KE2FTG. We tried him earlier. I don't know if he's, I don't see him checking in yet, but do appreciate, we'll try again. Mike, are you on the Echolink tonight? KE2FTG, what have you got for that tonight? Go.
W8WKY.
Next on the list is Life in Golden, KF0YLN. Good evening to you, Life. Again, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead. I heard something in there, but I'm not sure. Next on the list, I'll call for last-minute comments in a bit. If I happen to skip over you, I do apologize. Next on the list is Mike in Utah, K7 VWP. Good evening to you, Mike. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Okay. Nothing to report tonight, but I'll give it back to you, K7VWP. Nothing to report tonight, but I'll give it back to you, K7VWP.
I do appreciate your comments. Appreciate you checking in tonight. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Next on the list is Stephen in Salina, F0ULZ. Good evening to you, Stephen. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Nothing much. I'm sitting here in the city of Salina instead of my dark place in
I think we were in there, but it was really broken there. Don't know what's going on. Stephen, appreciate your comments. Appreciate you checking in tonight. We didn't copy anything from your transmission, but I'll call. We'll see. Maybe we'll play around with radio checks in a little bit. I'll hang around for that. Next on the list is Stephen up in Fort Collins, KM6BAY. Good evening to you, Stephen. What do you got for the net tonight? Go ahead. this is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Do appreciate everybody hanging around. They got just a few more. We got Eric in New York, W2HAZ. Good evening to you, Eric. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead. Next on the list is Kevin up in Como, KD0VHD. Good evening to you, Karen. Great, Kevin. Great to hear you back on the air again. What have you got for us tonight? Go ahead.
Hey, Bernice, I can't tell you how great it is to hear you again. And good evening to you and everyone on the net. I finally developed a Yagi that gets me into a Skyhub repeater here at 9,830 feet, where you wouldn't think that was a problem. But being surrounded by 13ers, it's problematic at times. But I can't tell you how excited I am, Bernice, to have a pass to you again. And I will keep it short tonight on a personal note. It's wonderful to be back, and the invite still stands up here in dark sky territory. KD0VHD in beautiful South Park, who just witnessed the most incredible sunset. Thanks, Bernice.
Yeah, I may just do that. I've been retired. I haven't heard from you. Yeah, I don't think you knew that I had retired. I retired 3 years ago, so my schedule is wide open now. So stick around after the net, and we can talk a little bit if you don't mind, and catch up for sure. But definitely great to hear you again, Kevin. Appreciate your comments and appreciate you checking in tonight. Next on the list is Adam out in Tennessee. KC6RAS. Good evening to you, Adam. Again, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. What have you got for us tonight? Go ahead. Next on the list is Devin, N6FQY, over on YouTube. Do appreciate you checking in tonight. So if you've got anything you want to post over there, or excuse me, KN6FQY, sorry about that. Definitely appreciate you checking in tonight from Tennessee and over on YouTube. If you've got anything, post over there. And I didn't get to properly welcome Sean in New Mexico. I think he checked in over on YouTube as well. Let me see. Let's see. Where was it? Yeah, over in New Mexico. I think that's, is that a new call on the list? I do believe it is. Yep, it is. So, Sean, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net over on YouTube. Appreciate you listening in over there. Yeah, we meet 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Check out skyhoblink.com for all the different ways that you can connect into the Colorado Astronomy Net as well, and you can get on the air with us too. So check that out, especially if you've got Echolink or Allstar Nodes or DMR or WiresX or a whole bunch of ways that you can get into the. We've even got a repeater that we're working on down in New Mexico as well. So in the Albuquerque area. So stay tuned for that there, Sean. Appreciate you. Appreciate the new call on the list. And you checking in tonight. We got Marty out there. 9EAA. Good evening to you, Marty. Not for the net tonight. Go ahead.
Oh, very little, Bernice. Nice hearing you. Nice hearing everyone else. I've listened for just the past half hour or thereabouts, so I missed the beginning of the net. So I've got nothing to add. I just want to say thank you. I learn a little bit every time I listen to the Colorado Astronomy Net. W9 Echo Alpha Alpha.
All right, Marty, appreciate your comments and appreciate you checking in tonight. So, yeah, you missed one of the good tidbits for tomorrow. This is for anybody that's listening in. Check out spaceweather.com, spaceweather.com for more information on the Venus moon occultation, daylight occultation tomorrow throughout the day. 4 p.m. as far east is Maine there, and then earlier in the morning on the east, on the west coast. Varying times. It's like 12:56 is when Venus passes behind the moon. For us in Denver, for you, those of you who are in Iowa or Central Time, a little bit later than that. But check out spaceweather.com for more information, especially where you're located on that option of a daylight. Venus passes behind the moon tomorrow, and you should be able to see it at least with binoculars, and you may be able to take pictures of it with your cell phone that might actually pick it up. So again, spaceweather.com, check that out, please. It'll give you times for cities and your various locations across the U.S. And since we can't go down to South America where it might be better, we'll have to make do with where it is here. But take your binoculars to work if you're still working, or at least get your binoculars out and the cell phones out and see if you can capture that particular event tomorrow. Set your times for at least 10 to 15 minutes earlier so you can find the moon and get prepped. You might even be able to see Venus before it gets occulted by the moon beforehand, so you'll know where to look. That's my recommendation to you. But that is it. We are at the bottom of the list and well past the top of the hour. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. I'll open it up for anybody else. Last minute questions, comments, or check-ins. If you are a check-in, please call with your call sign phonetically twice. Anybody else? Questions, comments, late check-ins, please call KI0AR now.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Foxtrot Sierra, Quebec.
Kilo Echo 2, Foxtrot Tango Golf. Kilo Echo 2, Foxtrot Tango Golf. I checked in earlier on YouTube. Here I am on Echolink.
Kilo 7 Victor Whiskey Papa for comment.
Okay, I got y'all for comments there. Let me, let's see, we got KF8FSQ, KE2FTG, good on Echolink there, and K7 VWP, back to you. Michael, let's see, Michael, and Fred. We'll go with Fred. Fred, what have you got for us? KF8FSQ, go ahead.
Yeah, not a whole lot of traffic this week, Burness, but I did want to say thank you. I always appreciate hearing you out there every Tuesday night, and you do a great job. And, yep, that's all I really had to say, and that's my comment. Back to you. This is KF8FSQ.
All right, Fred, I always love hearing that for sure. I appreciate it. Thanks for the comments, and appreciate you checking in tonight. Mike in New York through Echolink, KE2FTG. So that's working fine. What have you got for us tonight? Go ahead.
Good evening, Burness and the whole net, 73 Saul. Yeah, no, not too much news here. I'm moving from New York to Boston. It's been very busy, but I am very much looking to take some time tomorrow for the occultation with Venus. So that's something I haven't seen before, so I'm excited to see that. Back to net.
All right, Mike, yeah, it's a little bit later in the afternoon for you, so yeah, I appreciate hearing you over on Echolink. Thanks for checking in over on YouTube as well there, but glad you can contribute to the net over the air for sure. Appreciate your comments and appreciate you checking in tonight. And Michael in Utah, K7 VWP, go ahead with your comment, please.
K7 BWP. Just wanted to apologize. I was listening to the other SkyHub digital where it just monitors, and then I started talking and it wasn't going anywhere, so that's how come I didn't respond back earlier. But I wanted to say definitely going to check out Venus tomorrow, and I appreciate what you do. K7 BWP, back to net.
All right, Michael, yeah, solid copy there, for sure. So, I don't mind trying to figure things out. This is a complicated system with all kinds of things hooked up, so part of it is troubleshooting. If we run into problems, we like to track them down so that you guys can get on there, and if there is any problems, then we're aware of it and we can fix them as well. But if you can fix them from that end too, that's even better. But definitely appreciate your comments and appreciate you checking in tonight. All right. This is KI0AR net control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the net for this evening. I'd like to thank the 31 check-ins for checking in tonight. Good, solid turnout tonight, and so I do definitely appreciate that. Hopefully we'll hear from everybody next Tuesday night for another session of the Colorado Astronomy Net at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 0100 Zulu. I'd like to thank the Rocky Mountain Radio League for the use of their repeater systems. Also like to thank the SkyHub Link group for the use of their systems as well, and all the ways that you guys can check into the net, Echolink and Allstar Nodes and PMRs and WiresX and Analog and et cetera, et cetera. Please visit skyhublink.com, skyhublink.com for all the ways that you can connect into the system, not just for the net, but just into the system in general, and talk to all people all over the world that are connecting into our system for sure. So I do appreciate that. With that, I will say 73 and keep looking up. This is KI0AR. I'm clear. KD0VHD, this is KI0AR calling.
KI0AR, KD0VHD. I can't tell you, Bernus, I've missed you.
Hey, Kevin. Yeah, I miss hearing you too. I'm glad you got back on. It's been a long time. Too much has happened.
Yes, so much has happened. Technologically, everything, Bernus. It's just been really amazing. I've split a lot of my time in the Arizona Outback, which is a small section of the southwest corner of the state. It's a beautiful, desolate, rural area that I fell in love with. But I still have the cabin, the open invite stands, and I can't tell you, it's just been wonderful being here. I had a problem getting into SkyHub here on an Omni, and just yesterday I worked on a Yagi antenna, and that seems to be doing the trick. SkyHub still sounds a little digital to me, but it is very clear and readable. So count me on future ventures.
All right, Kevin. Yeah, I'll count you on future ventures for sure. Yeah, sounds like you've been having fun out there exploring and things like that. But I'm glad you got into SkyHub. Unfortunately, well, I retired 3 years ago, and unfortunately, my wife just passed away 2 months ago. So getting out of the house is actually good for me at this point. Still dealing with that in so many ways, unfortunately. But yeah, hanging in there. The Astronomy Net, good group, good support there. I have a good support system in lots of different ways. So. Yeah, but it's still tough to deal with her loss. But KD0VHD, this is KI0AR.
Bernus, I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry for your loss. I can't even imagine being the introspective guy that you are. I'm sure it comes at you in avenues that I don't even know exist. And I'm sorry for your loss. Mild gears, yeah. You need to get up here to dark sky country. You got a place to stay. We can set up a will dodge a couple of bears. They're regulars here. I think they know me. I'm not ready to ride one yet, but they know who I am. Again, Bernice, I'm so sorry, and I hope you're hanging in there. If you ever needed anything, just a couple hours away, I'd be happy to help. But no, we need to get you up here. You and I have talked about this for what, 6 years? 6 years, Bernice? So there's no excuse.
Yeah, Kevin, no excuse at all. Let's see, I hadn't heard from you for so long, and with everything else going on and stuff like that, and dealing with the wife's issues. But now, like you say, I have no excuse. I am retired. My weeks, unless I'm doing something else, I will plan on it. I will plan on a dark sky night. We'll see what we can do this summer for sure. And come up there. I do have a new scope, and who knows, maybe they'll get a new spot. I'll bring that up and do some observing with that as well. So I'm sure they won't mind me playing around with that. But a new 11-incher. So I just have to be careful with it since it's not mine. Keep in touch. Drop me an email. I think I have your email address too. We'll figure it out and we'll discuss it after the nets. Now that you're on, for sure. We'll definitely get together this summer. I promise. I will do that. This is KI0AR.
Okay, Bernice, that sounds good to me. We really do need to make it happen. I need to pick your brain about some stuff going up in the skies late night anyway. It will be fun, I promise you. You'll have your own spot. It will be great fun. And, we're going to make this happen. I'm sure you have my email. I definitely have yours. Let's stay in touch, and I'm glad to be back on again. I can't tell you, your net brings a smile to my face, especially after being absent for the last 3 years. But I'm back. So hang in there, and I look forward to some really good conversations with you. And I don't know what else to say, Bernice. But the net sounded wonderful. There's probably a lot to it now that I'm not realizing yet. I've heard YouTube being mentioned and this and that, but we'll stay in touch now. Sorry for my absence, but you know how that stuff goes. Yes, it has been fun, but I'm here now. I'm here till at least Halloween. I'm not telling you Halloween because otherwise you'll extend your visit till October sometime. But yes, I'm not being pushy, and it's just so wonderful to hear from you. I want you to hang in there. KD0VHG.
All right, Kevin. Yeah, great to hear you. Take care. It's getting late for me. I got to wrap up all this net stuff and and get numbers and things recorded. But I do appreciate you being back for sure. Yeah, we will make it. We will make it a lot earlier than October for sure. You take care, 73, and we'll be in touch. KD0VHD, this is KI0AR 73, Kevin.
W8W.
73 Burness, KI0AR, KD0VHG. Talk to you.